Hello, 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 and happy Monday to everybody. I am so blessed and excited and encouraged to be right back at y'all today with another inspirational message. I am sleepy. I need a nap. I didn't get home until late last night. I got stuck in Philly with a flat tire, and that situation just it turned out just blessed as it can possibly turn out. Like, it could have been way worse. Like, I could still be in Philadelphia right now, and it was just, the whole situation, it was long and tiresome for me and for my kids. And then I had to get right back up and get ready for work this morning. But all in all, it was just so blessed. I had an amazing time at the Juneteenth festival yesterday, just spreading the love, sharing the love. I just feel so encouraged and blessed of how everything is coming together for me. Working out in my favor for me. But things happen. So I'm not mad that we got stuck with a flat tire, because that could have been worse. Like I was saying last night, like, we could have been stuck on a highway with a flat tire, or it could have blown out in the middle of a 4-lane highway, anything. I was in a parking spot, discovered my tire was flat, and by the grace of God, it got fixed temporarily, and I made it all the way back home. So I thank God for that. So I just want to come to y'all with another quick inspirational message on today. Y'all, please excuse me. I am sleepy, but I am grateful. I will not complain. I think I'm going to go somewhere and try to just close my eyes for a couple minutes so I can have enough strength to make it to the gym. I want to work out today. So I'm determined to do that. But I just want to fill y'all in a little bit on I have to use this one situation for example, and just to try to get this message over to y'all as best as I can. When my roadside assistant worker showed up last night to put the spare tire on the car, I noticed that he had a wheelchair in the back of the car. So I said to myself, he must be disabled in some kind of way, because I can't imagine someone just driving around with someone else's wheelchair in the back of the car. So lo and behold, when he goes to get out of his vehicle, this man has 2 prosthetic legs. Like, he has 2 prosthetic legs. So I was just truly amazed by his hard work and determination. And it wasn't easy, but he did not stop and he did not give up until everything that he had to do was done. And mind you, he did a fantastic job. Like, it was just amazing. Like, I had one tow truck that showed up prior to him coming, and they didn't have the right tools. And I'm like, well, can you find the right tools? And they they gave up. These are 2 men with 4 good legs. And they was like, no, we can't do it. And before I can blink, they were gone. And this man that's probably twice both of these guys' age, he came, he saw, he executed, and it with no legs. Well, no legs of his own, because I'm not going to count the prosthetic legs as no legs. I'm sure he's grateful for the prosthetic legs that he has, because they do the job that they need to get done, for him. They get him around when he's not using his wheelchair. But it was just so amazing to me how his drive and his determination and his hard work, and like, he even followed me. Like, he drove behind me, followed me to the gas station, made sure I had enough air and in the spare tire, and I was just so grateful for him. Like, and we judge people. And these guys, the first guys that came, they came in this big, fancy, beautiful tow truck, lifted the car up, discovered they didn't have the right tools, and boom, they left. So, I mean, I was grateful for them too. And even as they left, I was like, well, God, that was just a sign to me that I know that you are going to get me out of here and work this situation out to me. And not only did the young man, the man with no legs, he made sure everything that needed to be done for me and my kids to get back to Delaware safely, he made sure that was done. But he had my 15-year-old son jump in and help, and it was like a whole lesson, that he was like teaching my son. And even on the ride home, my son was like, I realized one thing about myself. He was like, I need to work harder, and I need to not give up so easy. So it was like a whole lesson for my son involved. And this old head is like schooling my son, mind you, someone who, probably wasn't dealt a good hand in life, because this man is trying to live his life the best that he can with 2 prosthetic legs. And he does it. He makes sure he gets it done, and he is able to teach my son a valuable lesson. So it was just really, really amazing to me how like the whole situation played out. I was so grateful for him, and I think it was just like the perfect lesson for my son to learn in that moment. Like, I just kept my mouth shut because I cannot teach my son how to be a man. So I let him say what he had to say to my son, and my son witnessed this man with this disability do the job that 2 men that doesn't even have a disability was not even willing to push harder to do. I'm not mad at them or anything. They realized they didn't have the right tools to do what had to be done, and they were a tow truck company, and they came to help, but they probably had more cars to tow or whatever. They just didn't want to waste too much time with it when they could have been doing something else, making some more money or what have you. And I wasn't mad at them or anything else, but I'm just taking it all in stride and letting God be God. And the situation, I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to turn out any better than what it turned out. I believe that God allows everything to happen for a reason. And I know I gave y'all the lesson on determination the other day and how important it is to push all the way through, even when we tired, even when we don't feel like it, even when things don't look good, or we don't have all the money that we need to push through, or we just don't have all the things that we feel as though we need to have to execute whatever job situation, whatever we need to do. And then we always find excuses why we had to push it to the side and not do it. Like, not only was that a lesson for my son, but this is why I'm talking to y'all about this man right now, is because I received a lesson out of that as well. Like, I will never get the image out of my head. This man was down on the ground under the car, punching, hammering, whatever he had to do, and he got that sucker on there tight. And even when his tools did the job that the tools were supposed to do, he was using his bare hands. He was using his bare hands, and he did not stop until the job was done. And that ministered to my heart in such a way. And I believe God allowed that situation to play out the way that it played out, because I needed that lesson. My son needed that lesson, and maybe someone needs to hear that today as well. And I know we talked about determination the other day, but it is so important that we use whatever we have and push through and do whatever we have to do to get the job done. I mean, just because one way doesn't work, that don't mean we can't try it another way. I mean, sometimes I just call on God. I be like, God, listen, I did all that I can do, step in and handle it, take care of it, whether it be finances, whether I just need some help, just send me some help. Like, I can't do this alone, and he always does it. But I just want to encourage someone to not give up on today. Like, the situation could be whatever the situation may be, even if you take a couple moments, you sit back to regroup your thoughts, or regain your strength, or take a new nap, or just think of a different strategy, or shake another bush, or look under another rock. If all other fails, keep trying, even if it's down to the smallest little thing. If you pray for yourself, pray for your businesses, pray for your children, pray for your family, pray for or over your job, whatever you feel as though the situation, you can't handle it no more, and this is becoming overwhelming for you, and you just feel like giving up. Don't give up. You got to push that thing all the way through to the end. I had many doors closed in my face. Some people, they see me out here as fresh meat. She don't know what she talking about. She ain't never stomped with the big dogs. And one thing that JayZ said, I like watching JayZ inspirational videos on YouTube, and I love it. I just love it because JayZ is just such an accomplished artist, and he's very inspiring. And a lot of people might not know that, despite of what people might want to try to say about him and his wife and his family or the industry or whatever. He is very, like, from the heart, he is very inspiring. And something that he said stood out to me as I watched one of his videos the other day. He was like, never set the bar down for yourself. If you hold yourself up at a certain standard and a certain value, if you hold yourself up, never let that stand. Don't compromise that standard for anyone. Don't bring the bar down. If you say, I demand this amount of respect, or this amount of money, or this position, or this salary, or even if it's your family or your kids, if you can't talk to me with respect, or you can't treat me as an equal or whatever, then I don't want it. It's disturbing my peace. Then you can't associate with me on any level at all. JayZ said, once you establish that certain level of value for yourself, don't degrade it, don't downplay it, don't bring it down for nothing or nobody. And that man is at the level of success that I'm praying for. That's why I listen to the wise counsel of people who is at that level of success. You can tell the integrity that he speaks straight from his heart. He don't have to be making encouraging videos or allowing people to post some of his most inspiring videos up on YouTube for people like me to be encouraged by those videos. That man comes straight from his heart with the things that come out of his mouth. I'm telling you, if anybody wants to be encouraged today and they want to hear it from somebody, if my words may not be valid enough or what have you, look at one of JayZ inspirational videos. Them things, I can watch them all day. That's just one, one person. Like, I might just have one day where I watch all inspirational videos by JayZ. Like, that man is straight from his heart. He just really is. And he reached a level of success. His time is his money. He don't have to be sitting there talking to me, on no video talking about, what he did even in his beginning stages and how he set the bar high for himself. He said, I set a certain standard for myself and I never compromised it for anyone. You're going to have to meet me where I am. And a lot of people that probably didn't meet him where he was and said, man, I don't know who that guy thinks he is. I'll pass, let him go, Joe, whatever. How many people who probably wish that they gave that man, or reached the value standard that he, asked him, like, listen, you're going to have to raise it up a little bit. You're going to have to give me what I'm asking for. You're going to have to treat me the way that I deserve to be treated. You're going to have to come up here, where I'm at. It's probably so many people that turned around and was like, nah, forget about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably ain't going nowhere or doing nothing, or, he's just the average, rapper just like the rest of them, probably going to be a one-hit wonder. They were sadly mistaken. That man is an icon. He's a legend. He will go down in history forever. Is worth so much money, he probably can't even count. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? And still got multiple streams of income. He got deals with Pepsi and Cola and all kind of people calling him on his phone. He like, I don't know, I'll think about it. You know what I'm saying? Probably the same people who didn't want to come up to his value of standard when he asked for it originally, they probably begging for him right now. They probably begging for him to sign something with them right now at this point. I'm 100% sure when people sleep on you, I seen this meme on Facebook that I would never forget. When they sleep on you, give them a pillow and a blanket. Go ahead. Let them sleep on you. Let them sleep on you. Let your haters be your stepping stone on your way to the top. I'm telling you, the same ones that did me dirty ain't do nothing but inspire me and encourage me to go harder, to move stronger, to move in a different direction. Everybody that told me that I couldn't and that I can't, listen, it's a whole nother ball game at this point. Like, y'all should have never told me that I couldn't if y'all really didn't want me to. Y'all should have encouraged me to. You know what I'm saying? Because then I probably would have been like, yeah, I know you probably said I can do it, but I don't think I can do it. Y'all ain't do nothing but make me stronger. Y'all pushed me harder to go further. Everybody who said I couldn't do it, who called me ugly, who treated me like dirt, all the bad relationships that I was in. I mean, I know a lot of people that's like, hey, you know what I'm saying about me right now? Like, I wish I would have treated her better. And I'm not saying that to boast or brag on myself, but I truly believe in my heart that that's the honest to God truth. And I ain't even reached the level of success that I'm going to reach eventually. God is doing some things for me right now, and I know I'm going to get to where I want to be, but even still at this phase in my life, I know I will bet money that is people that wish they would have treated me better when they had the chance. Like right now. Right now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to put your finger. You ain't got to hold you ain't got to say nothing. Like, you ain't even never got to tell nobody, but I know and they know. So we just gonna keep it like that. But anyway, I just want to encourage somebody, like even just the experience with me, I just find a blessing in everything. It's all about how we view things or how we look at things. I could be moping around today about how late I got home last night. Thank God I did my meal prep for this week before I even left out. the house yesterday. You know, I had my smoothies ready for me for a couple of days. So all I had to do when I got in the house was take me a nice shower and get in my bed. I'm running off of fumes right now, only about a couple hours worth of rest, but my heart is so full right now because I just look at all the blessings that God, he allowed my eyes to be exposed to so many lessons. Like, I could be pissed off right now about, you know, just staying late. I did amazing yesterday. Like, people are really taking to my tea. People are really recognizing my Facebook page and, you know, visiting my website and all kinds of stuff. Like, the tea is really growing through these African American festivals, and I'm just so blessed to take advantage of the opportunities that I'm getting. But even, like, it's not always going to be, you know, a walk in the park. Like, sometimes things are going to happen, you know, that might come in a way, but it's all how you look at these things. Even when I noticed that man had a wheelchair in the back of his car, I could have been like, oh my God, I know they ain't send nobody out here like this, or, you know, how is he going to do it, or whatever. But soon as I noticed the wheelchair in the back of the car, I was like, wow, I am in for a treat. You know, and that's just the way that my eyes look at things. And he did not disappoint, you know, and I hope, even if he chooses to watch this video, you know, I had to give him my link to my channel and just I gave him a little sample of my tea. You know, I told him about the tea. He's like, wow. You know, I started pulling teas out my trunk. He started pulling out money. I was like, no, like, you ain't even gotta pay for this. Like, you bless me, bro. Like, you bless me. Like, it wasn't even only in the fact that he got us up and running, you know what I'm saying, but just in the lesson, to watch a man of that stature that did not allow anything to stop him from doing what he had to do. Like, this man got roadside assistance all over his car, like, called me to 24/7, you know, day or night. It was almost 12 o'clock midnight, you know, by the time he got me out of there and got this tire on his car, and he pushed it all the way to execution. Sometimes I pray for execution. I be like, Lord, just let me execute this job. Let me execute this cleaning job. Let me feed thousands of people. Let me spread a message of hope all around the world until it is executed, until it is done. Let me do whatever job that my heart is set out to do, or whatever you want me to do. Let me do it until it's done. I pray for execution at times. I don't know who else, you know, feel me on that, but I don't never want to start a job and not finish it. I don't never want to start a job without finishing. I always want to see it out to the end. Like, I'm just thinking of, you know, some things that like stand out in my head that I heard some of my favorite motivational speakers say, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm going to save some more for tomorrow. You know, I hope I was able to get that message across with clarity and understanding, and someone allows themselves to be blessed out of that message. But even despite of it all, I was just so excited to share that message with y'all today, just because of the experience that I had and the lesson that I got out of it last night, me and my son. It's a scripture in the Bible, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this, that God promises. I was young and now I'm old, but I'll never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. You know, God will look out for you and your kids. He said, just seed won't ever have to ask nobody for nothing. I won't leave you or your son hungry. I won't leave you or your daughter hungry. I won't leave you or none of your kids hungry. He said, you will never be forsaken. You will never go without. I will give you everything that you need. God stands up to his promises that he gives us in his word. So I'm grateful for God's word too. Like I just take lessons and blessings out of every situation. Like I probably should be grumpy or by humbug. It's Monday, but I'm having a blessed Monday. Like even like tired and all, like I'm just having such an amazingly blessed and productive and feel good Monday. Like people are talking to me, like they sharing stuff with me. Like I got messages of hope just like coming from every direction. And this is stuff that you can't even buy. Like you can't buy that stuff with money. Like I love when people talk to me, like, and they give me, when they drop jewels on me, like, I give them a little bit of what I got, and then I turn around and they give me a whole lot of what they got. I be like, man, it's just mind blowing. Tired and all. Monday has been amazing to me thus far, and my Mondays are always so amazing to me. I always seem to plant productive, good seeds on Monday that allows the rest of my week to just be so fruitful in so many ways. Like people are inquiring about the tea. People are, from the Juneteenth festival yesterday, like they really blown out by the tea, and wow, and you made this, and it tastes good, and I always, listen. It's the blessings is coming from every single direction, and I'm grateful for it. I do need to give myself some rest. I am going to get some rest. I will be well rested between today and tomorrow. I am going to take it down, lay down, allow myself to get some good rejuvenating rest that is well needed and well deserved. But I just had to share just a message of encouragement with y'all today. I'm all over the place. I don't even know what label I'm going to put on this message today, but just be encouraged. How about that? Like, we just going to be encouraged today. Whatever you do, never give up, never stop. Push it all the way through. God got something for you. I'm telling you, get it, go all the way through. All the way through to the end. Keep pushing. Don't ever stop. Remember, your girl told you that. Y'all, God bless y'all, and enjoy y'all the rest of y'all Monday. I'll be back, Lord willing, with another encouraging message for y'all on Tuesday. Y'all be blessed.